Town. What's up? You know what time it is. It's time for the best 120 minutes of your day. The Chop Shop, the nation's number one urban sports talk show, and also your midday sports happy hour. Yours truly, Robert Hatter, alongside Jim Hicks, coming to you live from Houston, Texas, but we're broadcasting all over the world via Facebook Live and YouTube Live. And it's my favorite day of the week. It's Women Rock Wednesday, and we honor women every day, really. But we just kept it carve. It's 3 days in a week, so we carve out a special day just to shout out and let the women go first and everything. So today, men, you set this out. I'm going to call out our starting five, our first five women that signed up to the Chop Shop feed, and I'm about to do that now. Mindy Collins, Jessica Brooks, let's see, Kimberly Jackson, Tamika Withers, and Dale Griggs is in the building. And my sixth lady of the day is Brandy Nickerson. And let me go down the line. Let me find out any more ladies. I see you guys. I'm not thinking about y'all. Hey, Madonna. Hey, Madonna. But we got to wait on some more women. Let's share the show right now. Text your last five friends. Text them, tag them, tell them about the Chop Shop. Also, have them, if you're not already, go over to the YouTube and our YouTube site and just subscribe to it. You can watch it on either one you want to, but subscribe to. Oh, there goes Shanquetta. Share the show right now, and the people who know who just it might just happen. You might come back and see the Chop Shop later on tonight. Let me tell you about this. A show. This is a show that intentionally and on purposely dive into the world's messiest intersection, an intersection of let's say race, culture, politics, sports. Summer basketball. Oh, so much stuff going on summer basketball. I had a phone call. What was it, yesterday? Yesterday. Oh my God. Oh my God. Remind me. Y'all remind me. But we dive into this message intersection. We sit, we debate about it, we talk about it, we be about it, and after we argue and all of that and we get up and go and supposedly most of us get up and go out and apply what we've learned in that debate and apply it into our life. Some of us don't. I repeat, some of us don't. But we working on them. We working on them. So if it's your first time, that's what the Chop Shop's about. It's Women Rock Wednesday. Whole lot of stuff to talk about today. Somebody just text something a minute ago, and I might bring it up soon. It's just so much. Let me start here. Let me start here. Let me go to my monologue and just make sure I got everything. Let me make sure I got everything. Houston, what about Houston getting the second pick? I know everybody's excited about that. Go Suns. I see you, Mindy. I'm gonna talk about that. Saw something too. I saw these pictures. What's going on with these pictures, y'all? They're getting upset and they're taking off their clothes. I got a couple of videos. Y'all got that, Mindy? Little late. I want Jimmy, all you baseball heads. Why they getting naked and taking off their clothes? Astros won again. I don't know. I don't keep up with them, Mindy. But let me go here. And I know y'all want to talk about what happened last night. The Suns last night, up 2-0 in this series. What a finish. What a finish to the game. I mean, hey, Karen. Hey, Anissa, have you ever seen anything like that? I got to talk about this, Anissa. Did you see the game last night, Anissa? Kim, uh, uh, Kim, come on. Don't worry about nobody grabbing nobody's jersey. They don't call that. That wasn't no dirty play. That was a good screen. Come on, Kim. Kim, quit being a Laker. What's up, William Burnside, Memphis only, Mr. Burnside? But Burnside, let me tell you something. Devin Booker, after game one triple-double, y'all, Stephen A. Smith had comparing him to Kobe Bryant. That's why I tell y'all, slow down a little bit. What did he do next? It's always the game after the game. He didn't have a great game shooting-wise, but on that final play for him, with a busted nose, right? Blood on his face, set a screen on Zubac. Zubac, big ass, should have got screened. And I don't know what the heck was going on with your homeboy, and Herb and all the guys on it. Give me my coaches, Walter Yates and all you coaches. Uh, 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 what was Batum, Nicholas Batum thinking about? Y'all help me. Y'all, I'm just trying to figure it out. Just trying to figure it out. Allowed Aiden to get a wide open shot. Let me show you, just in case you was on the other side of the world, you didn't see it last night. Your wife didn't let you see the game last night. You know, something like that, just in case. First of all, this is the huddle that Monty had him in. Okay, that was, and I show. Hold on, let me go back. I got the whole thing for you. Hold on. I got something for you. Hey, y'all, I'm still thinking about it. I couldn't believe it. Listen to me, y'all. I could not believe it. I mean, so you're saying, Walter Yates, there's nothing with excellent execution of an offensive play. Walter Yates, you telling me is no defense for it. Herb, I'm just asking. That's why I like to see. Herb said Batum should have never left the front of the rim. They only had point. But for what about the pop out? So you Herb, you would have gave the pop out instead of the rim. I agree with that, Herb. I agree with that, Herb. I don't know, man. I mean, hold up. Hey, listen to me, and I'm here. Y'all share the show right now. Ain't nobody sharing the show. I'm not talking too much no further. I'll just mess around a little bit, but y'all got to share. This Women Rock Wednesday. New rule, do not call the Yates name on women. We don't want to hear his name. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, only listen, and Anissa, I don't like to call this name out, but he was supposedly a coach. So I was just calling on the coaches today. So I'll just say, I won't call his name. I'll just say, oh, coach. I won't call on Women Rock Wednesday. I will not call that guy's name. You see, I didn't call his name. Y'all know who he is. He got a yellow shirt on his avatar, a white shirt, whatever he got on his avatar. So I won't talk about him no more. But where was I? So it was. Oh my God! Well, I see that. See, you're so sensitive. You hold up, y'all. Hey, he got on his feed the other day talking about me, right? I didn't say nothing to him. Soon as I say something, wow. Okay, hold up. Chatterbox is in the house, y'all. Stop the presses. What's going on, Chatterbox? So hit that like button. Franklin Paul, hit that like button. And Larry Hale, Chatterbox, I didn't know you can share on YouTube now. You can hit the share button and share with your friends, share with a text, share it to your Twitter. But Aiden was it. Hold up, y'all. So Monty Williams, y'all telling me, because Chris Walker called me and texted me this morning. What's up, Mr. Newsom? He texted me this morning. You know he's so messy. Tyrone loser. When he come back on this show, y'all tear new in for me. But y'all help me. Sonya, what do you think about the game last night? I ain't gonna tell y'all no lie. I really had fun watching that game last night. I really enjoyed. Hey, see what I like. Did y'all see going down the stretch? Booker hit a shot. Paul George hit a shot. It was going back and forth. I like that kind of stuff, Herb. Touche right back at you. But then Paul George, y'all got to realize Paul George is an 85% free throw shooter. And somebody brought to my attention this morning, and Herb, I know hey, please don't call anyone else out this the opportunity. Okay. I don't know what you're talking about, but guess what? Damn, I'm gonna stop looking at the feed because y'all ain't talking about nothing. Hey, but what I was about to say. Boy, this boy made me lose my thought. But it was, I mean, I enjoyed the game But what I want to know is it anything, Corey Willis? Was there anything that uh, is it anything that Tyronn Lue could have did to prevent that? Was it anything that Tyronn Lue could have did to prevent that? Because people say he got out coached. But I saw some other day when y'all get to running y'all mouth about these coaches and all that. I saw something, especially you people on this Facebook feed. I'm trying to seek it out, find it. I watched these narrative. Paul, Paul George, he missed him. He missed him 85% from the field. He missed him. And they said that he was, I know my train of thought. I got it back. They said that, I know everybody, we have a routine. All your coaches, all your players, you have a routine. And they said Paul George had a certain routine, but this particular time, I don't watch him that close enough to know his routine. They said he didn't go by his whole routine. He had his head down. He'll usually have his head down. When he dribbles his ball, he have his head down. He usually be looking up at something. I don't know. What's up, Alfio? Have the player guard and the sag in the paint. Oh, Kevin Lewis. Thank you, Kevin Lewis. Thank you. Tyronn Lue can coach, can't control the choking. So hold up. Let me go back to that. Let me put that on the screen, y'all. Y'all got to hold it. Hey, now we got some people on the Facebook feed that I want to talk to. Larry Hale, let me put his on. He said, Coach Lue can coach. He can't control the choking. Okay? Let me see. That was a sneak play. She said he wasn't ready. Protect the goal, fellas. Okay. Have the player guard in the inbounder, sag in the paint. I think it was only 50% for the game at line tonight. Oh, I don't know. I didn't see. Look it up. Don't think, Dominique, because I can't. I didn't see what Paul George was from the line last night. But he is normally an 85% shooter. What you got? You know, Joseph Ball, what you said? Yes, Cousins' defensive angle guard the inbound pass on the last play looks like he was trying to prevent a perimeter pass. Should have angled. Then if they had made the perimeter pass to Booker, he'd have hit it. Y'all would have had something to say about that. So, but I'm seeing y'all, nobody but Chris Walker blamed the coach. He called the man Tyronn loser. He had missed 3 free throws up to that point. Okay. All right. So he just didn't have a good free throw shooting night. Okay. Kim still talking about grab the jersey. That's part of basketball jersey. But let me show y'all the narratives. I'm watching y'all talking about the coaches. I'm watching y'all. I saw a narrative the other day, and y'all follow this with me. I'm going to blow it up a little bit if I have to. All right. After the first round, I'm going to blow it up a little bit so y'all can see it. Let me blow it up. Let me make it bigger for you. I want y'all to see this, okay? All right. Look at the narratives of the press, and nobody said nothing. All we were talking about, Trae Young, Book, KD, Ben not shooting, Giannis. Nobody talked about the number 1 overall seed, made no adjustments, and lost 4 straight, and Kawhi didn't even play in 2 of the games. I have not seen not one of y'all bring up Quinn Snyder's name. I brought his name up the other day. I haven't seen nobody bring that up. Everybody been talking about Trae, Book, KD. KD missed a shot. KD did this. Steve Nash can't coach. This can't do this. James Harden fat. Giannis this. And Book this. But nobody said nothing about the number overall seed, which was Utah. made no adjustment and lost 4 straight games. I'm just showing y'all how the narratives works. I'm just showing y'all how even y'all, even how y'all can become subjective to the narratives. Nobody said nothing about this. I haven't mentioned nobody said, I know y'all don't care about you. I don't know nobody care about Utah. Thank you, Walter Yates. Nobody said nothing. And you know Robert Hatter gonna take a look at this. Y'all remember a long time ago I told y'all about how we see each other and how they see us? The hell did Jimmy did in that background? I don't know. Jimmy, what you got going on back there? I'm scared to hit the button. Hold up, Jimmy. I'm scared to hit the button. Y'all let me see what did happen back here. Hold up, Jimmy. Something. Let me. You on another one, Jimmy? Okay, I see. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, hold up, y'all. Hold up. Let me get back. Come on. Let me see, Jimmy. You done switched up and called from another number. Another something, Jimmy. Let me see. Let me get you right. Yeah, Doc. Hold on. All right, now I think I got you. Now I think I got you in there. It was a little fuzzy. Let me see. Can I get you in there? Yeah, it's a little fuzzy. Let me get you out of it. Let me see. Yeah, Jimmy, go out. Do your thing. Go do your trick and come on back out, and we're gonna get you back in there. Yeah, you know what to do. Hold up, y'all. Let me. Okay, all right. So back to what we were talking about. Because the casual fan doesn't know. I'm not talking about the casual damn fans. I'm talking about y'all. Y'all casual fans too. Herb, you didn't mention it either. I'm not talking about the casual fans. I'm talking about the chop shop right now. Nobody mentioned it. The media didn't mention it. I don't care, Joe. Joe, all I'm saying is the narrative. So it's just okay. It's Quinn Snyder. We ain't gonna set up. But when Doc lose, we got a guy named Chris Walker called me that morning talking about Shock Rivers. Doc ain't this. Doc ain't this. Doc ain't this. Doc ain't this. Doc ain't not now one of y'all said nothing about Quinn Snyder. Robert, the casual fan, don't know about Quinn Snyder. Well, they need to get acquainted with him. See how we do? We gotta give a skip for the casual. I ain't talking about the casual fans. Kevin Lewis. Think about it. Kevin, you was on the show. Kevin, you ain't said nothing about Quinn. Even that guy who the ladies don't want me to talk about, at least he agreed. Karen Roach, I don't care I know they were the number 1 seed and nobody mentioned nothing. Lose every year and don't nobody mention nothing. Defensive player of the year and nobody says nothing. Donovan Mitchell, budding superstar, nobody says nothing. But you want to have excuse. I don't like their playoff roster for playoff ball. I ain't talking about that. You lost 4 straight games, man. And Kawhi Leonard was out too. That's what I said. Players lose games. Doc Rivers didn't. Ben Simmons, 6'10", supposed to look in the rim and his hand should have been orange from the rim and the ball. By the time Trae Young got that ball out the net. But we blame that on Doc Rivers. Yes, you did. Shock Rivers. Kenneth Lawson, thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you. Somebody had nerve enough to say it. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Jimmy coming on in a minute, man. I got so much stuff to share with y'all. Let me tell y'all something. Have y'all noticed? In this same Chris Walker, I'm calling him up because I know he's watching the show sometime. He came on here and said, Hatter, the ratings in the NFL and in the NBA, the ratings are down. Y'all, the ratings are 39% up than last year. 39% higher than last year. Let me see what Jimmy. Let me see what you're doing over there. Think you're looking good. You might be looking good. Let me see. Can I get you in there, Doc? Let me see. Yeah, there you go. I don't know what you be doing. We ain't gonna tell them what you be doing. I know your secret sauce over there. Hold up, I know your secret sauce over there, but they don't. Everybody don't know. But man, Jimmy, I'd have talked about that game last night. But later on, I don't want to talk about. I know your Losari Lastros is in first place, and they won again. But Jimmy, why is these pitchers? Don't tell me now, cause I forget. Why these pitchers get naked? Hold up. Let me show y'all something. What's wrong with it? I'm glad Jimmy here. I wasn't gonna do it till you got it. Where did I put it? What is going on? They make the man get naked. He taking off his. What if the man? I don't.
Everything. And you take a look
here. Jimmy, help me later. I just want to know why these guys taking off their neck. Don't nobody want to see them get naked. This ain't no strip show.
Well, a lot of pitchers in the league, of course, in case people didn't know, the Major League Baseball is doing a crackdown on a lot of the illegal substances that pitchers commonly use to their advantage on the mound. And it's been one of those things where they've been cracking down on the hitters. The steroid era was the batters. And it was good for baseball because it made money. That's why they turned the other cheek. Then you had the other methods of cheating where it was stealing signs, and not just limited to the Astros. Astros are the poster childs of the stealing the signs because they are the team that won the World Series as a result of doing it. Mind you, other teams stole signs, but it didn't pay off as it did for the Houston Astros. And so now you move over to another thing, because people, that's how it goes sometimes. Misery loves company. And guess what? If you're going to get me, then they're going to rat out the next one. So now it's the pitchers. And the home runs were down. Hitting is down. Think about it. You have a guy like we mentioned, Mookie Betts. He had a home run last night. But a guy like Mookie Betts for the Dodgers, he's MVP of the league. His numbers are down. And a lot compared to Mookie MVP expectations. Hell, how about, remember the guy that played center field for the Astros last year? Springer? Springer is over with the Toronto Blue Jays right now, right? Springer is batting, guys, he's batting under 150 this season.
He can't cheat over there, Jimmy. Keep going.
Understand something. So now it becomes, because think about the money that's at stake for the hitters and for the batters, that is. And now the pitchers are known to be using. It's so common that people it's like, I mean, everybody knows. So it was like one of those things like, what do you do about it? So now it came to a head to where they say, you know what? We're going to start checking mid-game, various pitchers at random. And last night, two of the pitchers, they ironically pitched something, realize pitchers are a separate fraternity in baseball. When there's baseball practice, the pitchers are normally practicing amongst themselves. They don't practice with the field players for the most part. So pitchers are a separate fraternity in baseball. So you can imagine that some of those pitchers said, you know what? They check me, I'm dropping it. Because then, and guess what? Of course, they're not going to be naked. They're going to have shorts on or whatnot, up under there. But it's the optics. It's almost like you're showing up the referee. Like, yeah, what you want? You want this? So that's kind of like what they're saying to a referee. And that's their stance on it. Now, the thing is, one of those pitchers had been checked twice already, before the game.
That's Max Scherzer.
Yes. Yes. He's a Cy Young winner.
Yeah.
He's first. Yeah. I mean, he's a legend.
Yeah.
And so that was kind of like, for him, that was almost like embarrassing if you know you're clean. Now, here's the thing, the repercussion part. If a pitcher is clean, it's kind of like this. I'm going to give you an example, guys. If you're on the streets, I'm always bring a hustle game, an analogy. If you're on the streets hustling and you ride up and down that highway and you're dirty most of the time, But this time the police stop you and you clean. You clean as a whistle. Ain't a drop of work in that trunk or in that car or up under that or in the tire, spare tire, or up under the hood or in the engine. Ain't a drop of work in the car. Dog go around the car, you clean as hell. Now, mind you, in that instance, a person is more prone to do some capping, like and talk a little smack to the police officer because you know you clean. But if you know your ass going down that highway again in 2-3 weeks and you're gonna be dirty, remember, reap what you sow. So that's what these pitchers better look out for. Those that want to drop their britches and want to showcase they sacks to the ref. Be careful, because now the allegiance of referees is their own fraternity, and they will be pushing back. They ain't gonna let you embarrass them. So that's what I want to say about that issue on the baseball, the scandal or the crackdown.
Okay. All right. What else you got? Did you see my sons last night?
No. Hold tight. Hold on. You don't get to do that. You don't get to do that today. Not on Women Rock Wednesday. You don't get to do that today.
Ask Mindy.
Mindy wants to know. She wants to talk about the Astros. I guarantee you she wants to talk about the Astros.
Mindy, did you see our sons last night, Mindy?
No. 9 straight wins.
Jimmy,
the Houston Astros.
They beat some bums last night, Jimmy.
There's only one team in baseball that has more wins right now than the Houston Astros. Only one.
Who? Jacob DeGrom.
The Giants.
Who?
The Giants. It damn sure ain't the Mets. The Giants.
But
Jimmy,
Jimmy,
in first place.
They beat some bums last night. I mean, me, Mindy, Sonya Billings, and Tamika, we could have went out there and beat played last night. Them bums y'all played last night.
Dude, Baltimore Orioles. Understand something. Yes, they're the second worst team in the league right now, behind Arizona. Arizona just coming off of losing 17, 18 straight games before they won yesterday. Ain't my fault. Guess what? And that's what championship teams do. You're supposed to beat the teams that are having trouble. You're supposed to crush them. And that's what I think about this Astros team. They've only gave up 3 runs in the past 2 games. This pitching staff is finding a way to pull it together. A year ago, during the pandemic, this pitching staff, when it came to the relievers, you got really nervous. Now, I'm loving these Stros. Dude, I'm loving them so much, Howard. I'm going to the game on Monday. I'm coming back in town. I'm going to see the Astros on Monday. I'm going to sit right down there on the dirt, catch me a foul ball or something, and
I
bring
ain't
it on
going
back.
nowhere near downtown. When they playing, I'm not even going in downtown. If I had to go to the restaurant, only way I go if I go to 13 to the restaurant. I don't even want to go over there near Minute Maid Park, man. But it is not because I like the Astros. It's Mindy. Who else over there talking about? Ashley and all of them. That's what I'm talking about. I don't. And you. Yeah, you, Ashley.
There you go. Say it with your capital letters, Mindy. Astro, dude.
Who else? Who else over
you.
there? Who else? If they lost, then we need to be weird. Yeah, hold up. In the Reb up there, where the Reb said something. Ed Russell, Pastor Russell, you said something. All of y'all make me. Ooh. Okay. All right. Hey, can we talk about my sons? Mindy, I don't care what they say. Mindy, I'm on the winning team. I'm on the winning team.
Hold on, Al. We gonna talk about the Sun.
No, we don't have to. I didn't talk about it. We didn't talk about it already.
You talked about them already?
Yeah, we talked about it. I'm just messing with you.
My thing is this, and I keep telling you, I would just say the most intriguing series in baseball right now is in the National League, and that is the Dodgers and the Padres. And once again, last night, it was climatic. It went down to the wire. You had another Cy Young went on the mound. A couple of them. You had Blake Snell, going against Kershaw, and Padres hop right on Kershaw ass out the gate. Jumped 2 runs on him in the first inning. And once again, Manny Machado came through with his defense, as well as the team on the night where Tatis was 0 for 4. But at the same time, the Padres really feel like they own the door. They won 3-2, by the way. And it was a sellout crowd, 42,000, right? And Dodgers actually scored a run in the 9th inning. But, this series, just stay tuned, because the Dodgers, as I said yesterday, they have to get through the Padres, and the Padres have to get through the Dodgers. They're the defending champ in order to get to the World Series. This National League is going to be exciting, because these two teams, guess what? They don't really like each other. And so, Hatter, my friend, which one of them teams you rocking with, Tatis or Mookie?
Like I just told him, I'm a boss. So boss can go with any team he wants to. I'm going with whoever wins. The boss always on the winning team. Now, how about that? Yeah. Bosses can afford to have more than one team. You feel me? So guess what? I'm going to have whoever I want to feel like supporting at that particular time. That's what the hell I'm going to do. How about that? But I love Mookie. Hold up. I like Mookie. But that Tatis, oh my goodness, that Tatis, I can't. Tatis.
But you realize something. Just like Garrett Cole was pitching for the Yankees yesterday, and his spin rate was down.
What's up with that, Jimmy? Why y'all be talking about the spin rate? What that means?
Because it goes hand in hand with the illegal substances that the pitchers are accused of using. That when it's applied for a pitch, it will speed up. No, it would speed it up.
But you just said it was down.
Because pitchers know that the police, the block is hot right now.
Oh!
So that means they're not prone to be using it. And my thing is, this is my thing. Why did Major League Baseball have to let the world know that they're going to do a crackdown on this? That's like the police telling us. The police don't tell us, hey, you come on 610, you're doing 80, we're going to have a speed trap tomorrow morning. They don't tell us that. You go down 59, we're going to be giving tickets. You know what? You make a U-turn on this intersection, we're checking for seatbelts today. They don't tell us that. So why the hell Major League Baseball telling the pitchers when to stand down on this stuff? Because if they didn't do that, it would be a total embarrassment of how many of those guys would have been dirty as hell if they would have just did a massive crackdown. That's what they should. Maybe the Players Association, maybe it's part of the collective bargaining agreement. I don't know, Hatter. Maybe it could be. But I really don't understand the logic than the police telling you that the jump out bar is coming in the morning and think your ass going to be home. That's what I'm saying.
I tell people all the time, don't hold me to my opinions when the facts change. And I'm going to leave it like that. Because I'm not going to give it no glory. But, Jimmy, I remember this picture. I'll never forget watching this dude, Gaylord Perry. You remember him? Somebody gonna call me a lie.
Pitcher.
He used to have that pine. Jimmy, they say he used to have that he had some Vaseline or something. What do you have? Vaseline?
Gaylord Perry was
They say he was the nasty. They said it, but I remember him talking about him. Hold up, y'all. And I'm telling y'all, the Astros are doing something. Dusty Baker done figured it out. He been there 100 damn years, so he ought to know everything in the book. But let me tell you something, Jimmy. Hey, when y'all get caught, Mindy gonna be talking about how she gonna have some kind of excuse. She gonna have some kind of excuse. And you gonna come up, well, if you ain't, this Jimmy. Well, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying to win. Well, yeah, but Mindy gonna come up with a good excuse. They gonna find out. Y'all remember I told y'all this. They gonna say, wait a minute. Something going on around here. Because they don't supposed to win those 9 games in a row. They ain't got Springer no more.
Let me tell you why.
You used to love Springer. You used to mess. You called Springer Spranger.
Yeah, Springer, and we loved him. He was exciting for the Astros. But guess what? But Springer took a bag, and guess what? Don't feel sorry for him. He took a nice bag to go to Toronto, and he earned that. But at the same time, let me give you these numbers. This is something of rare air. Here's the Astros. Carrera is batting .295. Altuve is batting .293. Gurriel is batting .325. Tucker, who replaced Springer, is batting .268. The new kid, Mike Straw, who also replaced Springer, both of them in a sense, because he's in center field now, he's batting .254. Bregman, .275. Alvarez, .306. And my man Michael Brantley is batting .353. Dude, the Astros could place that. Understand, that's 7 batters in the lineup. No, I'm sorry, that's 8. That's 8. That's 8 of the 9 batters is batting over .250 in his lineup. Dude, when you got that type of firepower and they're clicking like this. Rod Wells mentioned earlier, he's in the YouTube feed. I see you, Rod Wells. He called them the trash bros. He say they're peaking too early. Guess what? Whether it be too early, we know damn sure was one thing. We know they ain't peaking too late. So this is the thing that you think about on the Astros. They're fun to watch right now. They're hitting the ball for the most part. They've won 9 straight. And at the same time, this same Baltimore team comes to Houston next week for a stand.
How many games? That's 3 more wins.
It's 3 or 4.
That's 3 more wins.
I don't expect them to sweep them all.
You know what? I think the league is watered down. I think the league is watered down now. Yeah,
that's what it is.
Yeah, I think they watered down, man. The Astros cannot be winning all these games. I can't. I'm gonna figure it out. Y'all gotta understand. I'm worried about the ownership and that dude they hired and that dude they fired. And they still probably got some more guys in that organization, just like that, Jimmy. And until they purge that organization, I can't like them no more, Jimmy. You can go up there on Monday. I used to go with you, but I used to go during the playoffs and the championship. I can't go during no regular season. I can't do that. Can't do it.
And in case you're wondering, the Houston Astros is the best offensive team in baseball, and it's not even close.
Okay.
The team is batting .277 as a whole this season. And the second place team is Toronto Blue Jays. They're like .261. It's not even close right now. And guess
right
what?
Now.
If you're
right now,
pitching wins championships, but offense gets your ass through the regular season. And we're approaching the midway point.
Rod Wells said y'all gonna hit a wall. I'm with Rod Wells.
No, we've already hit the wall earlier. Y'all remember you was laughing at the Astros?
Jimmy, it's more than one wall. Hey, shit, what you thinking? You think it's just one wall? Yeah, get you a drink. What you got, your Bloody Mary?
I got me. What they call a V8? I got me a V8.
Boy, you got some. Oh, you can't put no brown in that, can you?
No, you could put some light in that V8.
But you be switching it up.
The ice melting pretty quick. I got some light up in there. Say,
what else we got, man? Because I'm tired of talking about them last straws. I mean, the cheat straws. Huh?
Now, of course, let's get into. You talked basketball about the Suns in that game.
Game of night. Big game of night.
Unbelievable finish. However, what do we had? We got Laker news. Alex Caruso from out of Texas A&M, just outside of Houston. He got caught with some of that green
Jimmy.
in the car.
No, that wasn't in the car. Jimmy was at the airport.
At the airport?
Yes, he trying to get on the plane.
Oh.
Had a grinder. Jimmy had a grinder. Hey, y'all, what y'all use the grinder for? To grind it up and make it. Y'all, Jimmy, not you. Jimmy, don't you say a word about no grinder right now. I'm talking about the weed grinder. Don't you say a word. I know about that grinder, but I'm talking about the weed grinder. What do y'all use? Jimmy, hold on, Jimmy. I got something for this for Alex Caruso. Get what somebody sent me and say what he gonna be doing the next day. Watch this.
All right, let's go. Take the ball. Take the ball.
That's what he do when you try to steal the ball. That's how they get you. You can't try to steal the ball.
God bless you. Appreciate you, man.
Hold up, Jimmy. I got another one. This is what they say. Hold up. This is what they say he gonna be doing.
Thanks.
That's your
Hey.
homeboy, Jimmy. You
See
had
what
him
good
ranked.
behavior-
Jimmy, you
what
used
good
to be on your rankings. That's your homeboy.
Right.
Huh?
That's good behavior. Get you out there on that yard, man. When Hot Sauce or whatever his name, the guy with the N1 guy come to town. That's what good behavior get, man.
No,
Good
they
behavior
said,
get you out
hold
there.
up. They said that's going to be Alex Caruso on the yard.
No, man. No, Alex Caruso is going to be
Jimmy,
good.
wait a minute. Hold up. And somebody help me. I'm asking somebody on, if you mess with weed and whatever, it's all right. You know some friends. Why would you have it in your bag? That means you travel with that a lot if you have it in your bag to travel with. I know some people, even me, sometimes, you have your gun in a certain bag. And sometimes I know some people that, that thought about it before they get to the airport and say, hey, man. So I'm just trying to say, why, Dr. Newsom, do he smoke that much that it's got to be in his bag all the time? I ain't saying he addicted, Kevin. I'm not going there for Kevin Lewis. Everybody traveling with it. Oh, everybody? I don't. Jimmy, you travel with weed?
No, I don't
Okay,
smoke weed.
all right. So everybody don't travel with it. Monte, maybe you do. Rick Brown, Palmer Rand, ain't no telling what he do. But I'm just trying to figure out what the hell he was doing.
Well, obviously, I would give a benefit of doubt and say that by the grinder being dirty, that he probably forgot it in his bag. You know what I'm saying? It probably was a duffel bag, and he probably forgot it in his bag.
But he didn't travel with it before because it's in the bag. He just didn't get caught.
Not exactly. Not exactly. It's possible, but not exactly. I'm saying that, let's say he was in College Station, which that's home where he's from. Of course, he played at Texas A&M, but he's from the College Station area. He went to A&M Consolidated High School, which is in the shadows of the campus. I'm saying, let's say over
why
the
did they let him
weekend-
go?
It's a misdemeanor, isn't it?
No, but why didn't they say this Alex Caruso? He from the NBA.
Oh, why didn't they let him go?
Why did y'all, let's keep this hush.
No, TRA, they on the camera, they on the cameras too. When the
But
whistle
it was
go
a
off,
regional airport. It wasn't a big airport.
but they only got one airport in College Station.
Yeah.
It's a little small airport.
That's what I'm saying. You ought to be able to have enough juice to talk your way out of that one, Alex.
Them TSA people don't watch basketball. They end up doing their thing. And I'm just saying, there's no reason, but I'm thinking that just about think like this. Let's say you're in town, you got your duffel bag, you go over to your partner's house, you take your grinder with you, and y'all go and you do your thing in the backyard. But now you get ready to leave and you forgot to take it out. I'm thinking that is nowhere in your right mind. Most people, guess what? That same thing, it's the same as me or you had leaving a bottle of water in our briefcase, or let's say,
So he smoked that damn much because I drink water every.
I'm just saying though. I'm saying that, and when you go to the airport, and sometimes they say the liquids. Now they kind of let you go through if the bottle is full, but if it's open, then they'll say, "Hold on, you got something in here." I've I've had a bottle of drink in my bag before, forgot to take out. And then I'm like, oh man, that could have been something else.
Well, you
know
like
what I'm saying?
him because you always got some drink. Yeah, you like drink.
Well, I'm just thinking one of those things. But
Yeah.
this is the thing is he's going to get cited for that. He's going to get probation for that, and they're going to but this is something that's going to be legal across the board in about 3 years. And that's the unfortunate thing of it. The NBA dragging it. They already know. That's why That's why. So how does
it
the
ain't
rules
gonna
go?
be legal to go in the airport with it.
No, I'm just talking about as far as you as an NBA player getting your smoke on.
I got something for you. Guess what somebody sent? They said this is what LeBron did when he found out the man he went to jail, tried to get him out of jail. This was
No way. I'm gonna get you out of here. I promise you, I'm gonna get you out of there. You don't belong in there. I'm gonna get you out. I'm gonna get you out of there. I'm gonna do everything it takes to make sure you get out of there. You don't belong in there.
They said that was LeBron saying how he gonna get Alex Caruso out of there. But Barry McDonald said, "Hey Hicks, I hit the airport bar hard before I get on my flights."
Man, hold on. That ain't nothing. I'm gonna be reading some of the comments on the Boom
Did you
Boom
see
Room
what
now.
Kim said?
What?
Kim
What
Jackson.
did Kim say?
Police would arrest you. Texas police arrest you for aspirin.
Yeah, hey, I see that now. Did you see what Maite Cora said? Man, guys,
What she said?
there are people that really travel with weed on them with stash places on them. I'm good on that. In caps. So, guys, well, I can't ask y'all to give yourself up. Do people really have stash places on them? Or you mean,
Man, I'd be nervous than a hooker in church, man. Me getting on that, man, I'd be so nervous on the plane anyway. Because I know they going to do anything to take me to jail. Ain't no way in the world I'm going to get on a plane with some weed. Get you some weed when you get there. Don't that make sense? I mean, don't that make sense, y'all? Get you some weed when you get there.
well, he had his grinder. So he gonna
Hey, men ain't got no private parts. I don't know what you talking about, Kim. You must be talking about them women. Men better not be.
That's what I'm asking. Do men? That's what I'm
Man,
asking.
man
you
better not stick nothing in. But man, come on now.
What, there's a guy. What are a stash place for a guy?
I guess
If you have some green with you.
She's saying his draw.
But didn't you go into the thing? Don't the thing pick that up or no? When you raise your hands up.
Hey, I didn't know nobody really heard that. Ed Russell said the best place for a hooker is in church. Man, hey, Rep, my bad, Rep. My bad, Rep. I'm just trying to figure out, man. Y'all, hey, quit trying to give these ideas about stash places. But do y'all really take, I'm serious, Jimmy, and I'm serious right now. Do y'all really take the chance of hiding some weed in something on your person and going through those? I mean, Jimmy, this woman.
I would think, you know what, now that I think about it, like I said, I'm looking, mate said that's the metal detector. So it don't detect if a guy put it on in his drawers. Okay. So yeah, so I guess a guy could put it in his drawer. Yeah. You put the
goodness.
tight underwear
Okay.
on.
All right, enough of Alex Caruso. We're gonna take a quick break.
Yeah, they every man don't wear boxers now. I can't go. That's the only way I can go though. I got Free Willy. That's how I gotta rock. I can't go with the boxers and thongs and all these. Man, let's go, man. I don't even want to know what you got where you put it no more. Matter of fact, I don't even care. Let's go.
We don't even care.
You guys share the show. We'll be right back.
Chop. Y'all share the show. We'll be back in a minute. Oh my goodness. Wow.
The Cox Pradia Law Firm. Big city, big town, big settlement. Your fight is our fight. Need legal advice? You know who to call. Personal injury, wrongful death, car accidents, premise liability, serious injuries. 1-800-HURT-NOW.
Welcome back. Hey, y'all know I can't go. Y'all know it's Women Rock Wednesday, and I got to go. Jimmy, all my women rock this week, man. Yeah, the young girls. I saw this, Jimmy. We taking them by land, by air, and by sea. I saw that. Yeah, it's Women Rock Wednesday. It's a little ad. I don't know who it's by. We're going by land, by air, and by sea. But y'all, let me tell you something. My Women Rock today is Miss Opal Lee, Jimmy. She blew me away. I mean, 94-year-old woman. I've been saving this because I've been wanting to talk about her for a long time. But I'm going to share this with y'all. This is we celebrate Miss Opal Lee today on Women Rock Wednesday. Hold on a second. Here we go.
This is the pen that President Biden used to sign Juneteenth into law. I'm Opal Lee, and I've had this marvelous day at the White House. The young people would say, it's off the chain. I knew I was coming because Juneteenth had been made a national holiday, and the president was signing the bill into law, and I was invited to the signing of that bill.
Looking out across this room, I see the advocates, the activists, the leaders who have been calling for this day for so long, including the one and only Miss Opal Lee.
Over the course of decades, she's made it her mission to see that this day came. She's walked for miles and miles, literally and figuratively, to bring attention to Juneteenth, to make this day possible.
You cannot imagine how joyful, how humble, how magnificent the whole thing has been. There may be some of you who don't know what Juneteenth is. The enslaved in Texas weren't told they were free for 2.5 years after the Emancipation Proclamation freed them. They'd watch in their churches and they'd pray for freedom to come. And it finally did. When General Gordon Granger and 7,000 colored troops from New Jersey and New York made their way to Galveston, Texas. And he read General Order Number 3 that said all slaves are free. When those people came in from their labor and somebody read that to them, we started celebrating, and we've been celebrating ever since. Juneteenth is not a Texas thing. It's not a black thing. We're talking about freedom for everyone.
Wow, shout out to Opal Lee and Jimmy. It's Women Rock Wednesday. I got to share with you, y'all, and I'm going to give y'all a breadcrumb, and y'all need to go and look this young lady up. Jimmy, have you ever heard of Rachel Scott? The young black, beautiful reporter who was over there at the G7 summit, the summit, who looked Putin in his eye and asked him, "What are you so afraid of?" And a lot of people all over the world, because you got to understand, Putin, if you say something about him, Jimmy, you already know. You say something crazy to him, what would happen to her? This young black, go look her up, Rachel Scott, got a great Jimmy. She got so many accomplishments. But it's Women Rock Wednesday. She's a native Southern California who graduated from the Annenberg School of Communications and Journalism at USC. Her career with ABC News began back in 2016 when she worked as a production associate for ABC News. She traveled thousands of miles for the network on the campaign trail. But Rachel Scott yes, yes, yes. Everybody said, wow, she had the nerve to tell Pooh, man, what you so afraid of? But I love her, and she rocked the day, and I didn't want to go another another week without talking about those two amazing women. But they rocked today. So what else you get, Jimmy? Were you here yesterday, Jimmy? Jimmy, you didn't hear yesterday. Oh, I got to do this one more time. I got a text, Jimmy, from Kendall Jackson yesterday. And a lot of people probably wasn't on the show yesterday. Kendall is the young lady was on Women Rock Wednesday with us. She sent me a text. She said, Mr. Hatter. She said, hey, Mr. Hatter. She said, last week the Howard coach announced that Howard got accepted to a very prestigious golf tournament. It's at the Alotian Golf Club in Arkansas. She said, and it's nice. You can't even ask to be a member. They have to ask you to be a member. They range from 100,000 to 500,000 or more annually to get in this club. Apparently, every hole is breathtaking. He has an end of this week to choose one female to go to this tournament, the Howard coach. Y'all check this out. The Howard coach wrote another letter saying, my deadline this week to select the young lady to go to the Alotian tournament, this fall, I am selecting Kendall Jackson. She played great in the Texas School Championship, recently qualified for the girls, U.S. Girls Juniors, and has rounds under par in between. I could only select one lady, and I had to select it based on the body of work and the COVID year results. Shout out to Kendall Jackson. Let me tell y'all something. 5 years ago, when I came on this show, I was talking about golf, and everybody said, oh, they're about to play golf. But guess what? We talk about golf. Now we got a champion. We got champion golfers. Y'all, we talking this thing into existence. These young women, these young men in our community are doing great, great things. And it's Women Rock. Kendall rocks again. She rocks every Wednesday to me. But Daryl Garrett, look her up. Look that club. I can't wait to look that club up because I heard it was off the chain and it's hard to get. Oh, yes, you got Jimmy. $500,000 a year just to be a member. Yeah, it's not many people at that club. But I just want to shout out to those girls today. But what else you got, Jimmy? Because there's some crazy stuff happening in summer basketball, Jimmy. Oh, my God.
Well, hold on. Before we get to summer, the grassroots.
Come on.
We got some NCAA. We got a little bit more NBA stuff. But give you guys Women Rock Wednesday. This is, I think, and this is sports related, extracurricular, so to speak. There was a cheerleader that had got suspended or expelled from her high school because she went on social media and put out a video giving a vulgar tirade. Right? And they went to court on this and fought back. And this case ended up in the Supreme Court. You follow me? And on yesterday, this morning, that is, the Supreme Court ruled in her favor. This is going to be very huge as far as freedom of speech supporters. This basically means that any student or student athlete or member of a organization on a high school campus, that means they are protected from what they can say off campus on their social media platforms. This, once again, pay attention. And you read up on that rule. This just happened this morning. Supreme Court rule. It was an 8-1 decision in her favor. And this young lady. This is a very big for the freedom of speech, and which I, and I'm down with freedom of speech, because had that been the case, that means a lot of this stupid stuff that a lot of these young boys and young girls say and do on Twitter, it would have opened the doors for them to variously be expelled or suspended for their actions. Now, it should be a wake-up call to many parents out there. to make sure, God, I don't have to tell you enough, college coaches, if they are interested in your son, they are following him, that school, on social media. I'm telling you, if they are that interested in your son, you can be rest assured that that program is following your son, you and possibly your son, and possibly other family members. That's today's society. I wanted to make sure I let that out. I let that out there for you guys.
And Jimmy, I also saw something. Since it's Women Rock Wednesday, how women, when they speak out about something, but they got something done. Michael B. Jordan, he had to respond to a culturally appropriate allegations over a rum brand he did. Michael B. Jordan and his partners got a rum brand, and Nicki Minaj was one of those asking the actor to change the brand. In the Caribbean culture, J Over is a festival. I might be pronouncing it wrong. Is a festival held annually in the carnival in places like Trinidad, Tobago, and Grenada. And it's also the name of Michael B. Jordan's new rum brand, which did not sit well with many, including Nicki Minaj. On Tuesday, Jordan responds to the criticism, and he went on Instagram and said, I just want to say on behalf of myself and my partners, our intention was never to offend or hurt a culture we love and respect and hope to celebrate and shine a positive light on, he wrote. He said the last few days has been a lot of listening, a lot of learning and engaging. And he did say, we hear you. I hear you clear. We are in the process of renaming it. And we sincerely apologize about that. So it's a unique thing. I mean, I'm thinking about Oprah Lee. She could have just let that go. She's been doing this for 20 years, been trying to get Juneteenth recognized. People think this just happened this year. She's been doing this walking 2.5 miles. And they said, why 2.5 miles? Because it was 2.5 years, but because for the 2.5 years that the slaves didn't know they were free. So Nicki Minaj spoke up. Michael B. Jordan listened, and they're going to change the name of that rum brand, Jimmy. And I think that's a great thing. What else you got?
And I'm like I said, this is not sports related, but it's something to do because a lot of our viewers are based in the greater Houston area. And it's related because one of our supporters of the Chop Shop is the concierge with Icy Mike and his crew from over at St. Joseph's Hospital downtown Houston. Well, another hospital in Houston has fired about 150 employees after they failed to comply with getting the vaccine. These people have been terminated or informed of their terminations. And that's, so now it's another area that you're leading into, because this was thought by many to have been a right, an option for you to get vaccinated or not. And now a lot of people have lost their jobs in the medical field. Now, the good thing about it is that I know that there's a shortage of medical workers abroad, and many of them would be able to go and latch on to other places. When I was in the hospital with Sandra just last week, I was on the elevator and looking at one of the flyers, and it had a flyer. I should have took a picture of it. They were offering $10,000 to any employee who successfully recommended a nurse, and they got hired. You had up to $10,000. It didn't say up to. It said $10,000 they were given if you successfully nominated a nurse to St. Joseph's Hospital and they got hired. So that lets you know it's a shortage out there. If they're giving $10,000, think of it like this. Hell, real estate agents only give you a couple $100 for a referral. That's basically what it is, a referral. So I wanted to get it out there, and
I had another topic too, Jimmy. I wanted to bring up. I meant to bring it up yesterday. I saw some. It's just so crazy. A California high school basketball coach was fired after players threw tortillas at the rival team. Coronado Unified School District Superintendent Carl Mueller issued a public message of apology that called the act reprehensible. There had been a squabble between the coaching staff from the both schools after mostly white Coronado beat the visiting Orange Glen High School of Escondido 60-57 in the overtime Saturday and division championship game. Witnesses alleged that somebody shouted expletives toward the Orange Glen coach. Get your kids the blank out of here. And they were throwing tortillas at these people, man. These people are going too dang far, man. Even summer basketball, Jimmy. Somebody was yesterday. He just gave me a whole list, man. Jimmy, they got a list in Houston right now. I don't know where the list come from, but of the worst parents in summer basketball right now. It's a secret list, but them dude gave me 3 names. I would never divulge them names, but they got three names of families out here they said are the worst in Houston on the Houston basketball scene, and it's unbelievable. But parents, y'all. Well, maybe these parents think they got freedom of speech and freedom of action, so they can do whatever they want to because they can take it to the Supreme Court, Jimmy. And, just maybe because it's, yes, Brandy. Yeah, Brandy, they called me, yesterday, it was just giving me the instance. It's some crazy stuff that happened this year that I'm glad we haven't talked about it on this show because it's crazy, Jimmy. This world, this summer basketball world, we have got to do something before somebody get seriously hurt and seriously injured. It's so much disrespect out there, and maybe it's mental illness. Yes, I don't know. Some people, I just don't know. It's for somebody to say Hatter, that's the worst one. Then hold up, no, that's the worst one. These 3 right here is 3, 1A, 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 1B, and 1C. I said, unbelievable. But parents, come on, man. But Jimmy, what else you got?
It's
crazy.
That's pretty much it. Huh?
It's crazy out here, man.
Yeah, that's it is indeed. And I'm looking at all of I didn't realize we had so many of the viewers in the Chop and Boom Boom room that were in the medical field and affiliated with the medical field. And they were saying about what other various hospitals are offering for the referrals and whatnot. And so that's a good topic on that. Also, let's get back into the NBA, and then we come with some grassroots and some NCAA stuff. And that is, did you talk about the lottery ball?
I just talked about Houston got the number 2 pick.
Yeah, so
who y'all think they're going to get with the pick? Huh? Go.
And that's the thing. That's the thing right now.
Who can help them? What y'all need? Y'all need everything.
The thing is, none of those guys in the lottery can help them right now. Like, help them get into a playoff contender.
It's a building block.
It takes a lot. And a lot of people are vastly mistaken. You have to hit lotto luck to be able to get a guy out of that lottery, and he's going to move the needle for you to thrust you into understand. Think about what I'm saying. It takes a lot. And for example, think about the Minnesota Timberwolves. They have one of the top producing big guys in the league as far as numbers. They get Anthony Edwards, they still a lotto team. Still a lotto team. Now, Golden State got lucky last year and got lucky again this year. Golden State gets the number 7 ball, if I'm not mistaken. That Golden State playing with house money right now. They are. And of course, the Rockets, a lot of people, their choices, of course, it really makes it, well, it doesn't make it easier because they were going to take Cade Cunningham. So it wasn't like this was one of those years when it was like, damn, who do we take at number one? This was an easy call. So people that try to go and say, well, it makes it easier for the Rockets, no, that's not, no, stop. This doesn't make it easier. It makes it harder for the Rockets being number two in a very rare recent years. Because number two now, you have to really decide. You have to really decide between 1 or 2, 3 guys. Who you gonna do? Who you gonna rock with? And time will tell on this. Just like I say, the Rocket team, they made a quest to rebuild. Their wish has been granted. And my thing is this: you can rest assured the Rockets will be in this lottery again next year. Good thing about them, that number 1 through 4 pick is what was protected. If the Rockets would have got a pick outside of the 4th pick, meaning number 5 through 14, it would have automatically went to the OKC Thunder, and the Rockets would have took the number 18 pick in the first round, their pick. So Elijah Warren was the representative, Akeem, and he was smiling ear to ear because that was the main thing, getting that top 4. And that's what the Rockets did. So it was a win for the Rockets because now they have 3 picks in the first round this year. 3.
So they got the 2, and what else?
I think like 22, 23. I don't know the numbers, but something like that. They back to back in the early 20s, which is still serviceable. And because you can always package those, you could do some stuff with them. Rockets have a couple of young guys on the team if they chose to do that, but I don't see the Rockets doing. There's no need to do it right now.
No need to do what?
To go and try to go and get one guy and trade away to get one guy. Not right now. You don't have to right now. You don't have to right now. Because the team is not, they're not expected to go, and you're not, understand, you make moves towards what the Philadelphia coined as a process. This process is not one hitter quitter with the Rockets. It's going to be a 3-year. And when it just turns the corner is when you'll see a new coach comes in.
Well, this going to be Rafael Stone's defining moment. This is going to be his first draft. And we got to see what he's going to do. I'm just going to tell y'all, man. I know we might not get Cade because, Detroit, Cade said he ain't work out for nobody but Detroit. So ain't nobody going to get a chance to see him but Detroit. But, and I see some people talking about Mobley. But I'm just going to tell the Rockets, they got to take a triple close look at this Jalen Green dude. I've watched this kid look closely over the last few years because got a chance to meet him in Memphis when him and R.J. Hampton was going visiting Memphis. Got a chance to see him a few times, sit down and talk with his family. Saw him at the Peach Jam, destroying people's behinds at the Peach Jam. And they got to take a long. Then he went to Ignite, was one of the best players, and he was the premier player in Ignite. I think they need to take nice looking, model looks. Houston need to take a great look at that one. I know y'all talking about Mobley. Yeah, Mobley. I've seen a lot of Mobleys in the NBA around in the G League. I ain't seen too many Jalen Greens, and I'm just letting you know I haven't seen too many Jalen Greens. He just got so much, man. If his talent, if he can translate this stuff to the pro game. This kid, he can defend, Jimmy. He can defend. He's long. He's athletic. He'll get in the rim. He can shoot it. He's a little different. I'm just telling you. He one of them players. You remember how they passed on Michael? They got they won with Sam Bowie. We did good with Akeem Olajuwon, and then Michael went. Michael went third. Man, let me tell you something. Jalen Green. Remember I told y'all that. I hope Rafael Stone's listen. Man, take a close look at that young man. Okay, I'm sorry.
And I'm quite sure they're gonna. they're going to look at him as opposed to other things. But right now, on paper, the early push, they got to work guys. Just depend on they coming out and and doing workouts and what their needs are. If they're going to move some furniture around in certain positions, and what they're going to invest in the future in. Mobley is on paper is the easy. He's passing the eye test, the easy call because of his length and
yeah.
Because of his length.
Jalen Green got length.
Yeah, Jalen Green got length, but then Jalen Green is a perimeter player.
Yeah, perimeter players what's winning this league.
Yeah, but the understand the Rockets ain't about to win right now.
No. But you got to have him. We ain't talking about win right now. You just said they got to build a block. If you don't have a perimeter player, you ain't gonna win in the future.
But Mobley can be. Mobley is along those lines of a Brandon Ingram, and Brandon Ingram, most improved player of the year. Remember, I was high on him before he went there. I understand. He's along that line, and that's serviceable and that's sexy in today's NBA.
You would be a GM on that side, and I'll be one. I'll be the one to take Jalen Green. I mean, I just see something in him I don't see in the rest of them guys. That's all. I just see something in him I don't see in the rest of them guys. He's a killer. He ain't Mr. Nice Guy. He gonna block your dunk and knock you down and step over you and go on down the other way. He ain't gonna pick you up. He's a killer.
Doug Jones says, I think the Pistons are going to take Jalen Suggs.
I hope they do.
At number one.
I hope they do. Then the Rockets got a no-brainer. Cade Cunningham. No-brainer. Because I ain't going to lie. I've seen, and I know that don't matter. It might not matter to y'all, but y'all said, hold up. I was sitting courtside at the Peach Jam. Somebody do me a favor and go back and get that video, Cade Cunningham versus Jalen Green at the Peach Jam. But y'all said, yeah, but it does. You want to see how you match up with other top players. Go get that, Jeffrey Day. Go get that. Y'all go look that up, and then y'all. To me, I look at people's history, and I'm watching. If they get Jalen Suggs, okay, it's cool, man. We got the. I have to take Cade Cunningham, but Cade Cunningham, like I said, ain't gonna work out but for one team, and that's the what you call.
Yeah. So that's.
See, I didn't even watch. She said, Sam Mitchell said he'd hate to choose between Jalen Green and Jalen Suggs. I'm just telling y'all, they don't talk about this kid enough. Jalen Green is the real deal of Holyfield. Doug Jones know what I'm talking about. Thank you, Doug. And I ain't saying he's going to do that at a pro level or be a better player than Cade, but this dude, y'all got to go Google him. And go watch, do me a favor, go watch a whole game. Don't just watch the highlight. Because his highlight's gonna kill you. He the highlight man. But go watch him on a whole game. But what else you got, Jim? Somebody said Jalen Green should be the number one pick.
Well, the thing about it, Jalen Green is the team that gets him the NBA would win if he goes number one, because it would then create the sale for young people.
Ignite. There you go. Good point. Great point.
That's the sale, because your first crop. These are the first crop. Him and Kuminga, and Jonathan Kuminga, kid from the East Coast.
He good, but he ain't like these guys.
Yeah, but he's gonna be in the top 5.
They gonna get him. They ain't gonna get him.
So that means there's 2 from that program that were in the top 5, and those money slots are some nice money slots.
Jimmy, let me help Sensei right there. You can't teach 7 feet. Yeah, sure ain't. JaVale McGee, he's 7 feet. You sure can't teach it. You sure can't teach. What's the JaVale McGee is 7 feet, and Zubac, the one who couldn't block that other guy, he was 7 feet too. So yeah, you can't. Sensei, you're absolutely right. You can't teach 7 feet. But I'm like your boy. What's the boy name? What's my man? What's the coach? Jimmy used to be at What's the coach? I'll just play it.
We cannot make decisions that cost the team and then come off the sideline and it's nonchalant. No. You know what? This is how I believe, okay? I'm from the old school. I believe this. I would rather play with 10 people and just get penalized all the way until we got to do something else, rather than play with 11 when I know that right now that person is not sold out to be a part of this team. It is more about them than it is about the team. I cannot play with them, cannot win with them, cannot coach with them, can't do it. I want winners. I want people that want to win. Go ahead. What's up next?
You can't win with them, Sensei. Come on, Jimmy. Mike Singletary, thank y'all. You can't win with them. I love old Mike. But, man, Jimmy, it's going to be a whole lot of speculation about who going to go where, and who going to. But guess what? I'm just telling you what I've seen. I don't care what ESPN is saying. I'm just telling you, I've seen him in the trenches. Yeah, he's a different cat. That Jalen Green is different. What else you got, Jimmy?
And so we're sliding over to high school, amateur basketball news, amateur sports news now.
Some new
as we, of course, on the back nine and on the Chop Shop. And shout out to everybody right now. Can we ask you guys to share the show, if you would, to your timelines and to your friends? Just hit the share button and share the show right now. And join me in doing so. I'm about to do it myself as we speak. Let me share. And you share it now where it says public, and then you share it also to your story. Those are the two on your Facebook. You share it once when it says share now. Then right below it, you share again when it says share to your story. That goes in a little box on your home page. And that way people can join it. So it's two shares, really, but two different directions. One goes in that way and one goes that way. But it also is supporting the efforts of the Chop Shop to increase our reach to the masses, for as we are the best 120 minutes of your day, also your midday sports happy hour. Now, in this past weekend, we can't say enough, and guess what? The Chop Shop team gets a little bit more exposure and coverage than just regular teams, because that's a benefit of you making the commitment to play for and represent the Chop Shop. And one of the leading scorer from this past weekend of the Chop Shop, DJ Richards, this morning he made it official, and in regards to a decision about his amateur status for this upcoming season. This young man just walked across the stage just a couple of weeks ago at Cypress Creek High School, located in Northwest Harris County. DJ Richard had 2 games this past weekend with 25 points or more. He was the best player in the building when he was on the floor for the most part of every game. He's talented. He finished in the RCS Sports class of 2021 rankings as number 3 overall in the class. And people wonder, why isn't he going? Why DJ Richards is not going to prep school? Because he's not good enough to play Division I basketball. DJ Richards has committable offers, but as many people, he's opting to take a gamble on himself to get, and we saw this past weekend, I saw that that he definitely needs to get stronger.
What you said? What need to get stronger? Yeah,
stronger.
Yeah.
And I don't know why so many kids, and it's not just him. A lot of kids out there need to get stronger.
Right.
But why do you have to wait till you get on the college campus till you start hitting weights when you know they're going to put them weights up under your ass the time you get there?
Yeah.
So why do you have to wait till you get there before you start getting weight.
But Jimmy, those people have people in a diet, Jimmy, weights and diets and everything. So these guys are not at home at your house and at your in your sphere of influence. You might not have. Hold on now. You might not have the resources. You might can't. What if you can't? I ain't talking about DJ, but you can't. No, Jimmy, it's different.
Iron is iron.
Not
It's
necessarily.
Iron, they didn't just reinvent.
Well, then they need to just fire those. They quit paying those strength coaches $100,000 a year because iron is iron.
That's their jobs, is to get you right. Either they're gonna get you bigger, like we mentioned Kenneth Lofton yesterday. They're gonna get you bigger, get you trimmer. They're gonna get you to the ideal weight that they decide they want you at to play, or
But
the
as
ideal
a high school player.
But in high school, what are weight rooms for? Every single high school, public school in America has a weight room.
But Jimmy, you got to have somebody in there supervising you when you're doing these weights, and you can hurt yourself. No, I'm just telling you. You can hurt yourself lifting weight. You just ain't going in there to lift. So who's gonna spend that time with the kid in high school? Shit, the coaches don't want to spend the time making them do a layup right.
Many guys in high school that go lift or go run are doing it in pairs or more, in 2s or 3s or more. Most guys in high school, everything they do is with their buddy. So when you go lift, you got your buddy with you. He's your spotter. It's not like you don't have to. I'm not saying go and put 2 wheels or 4 wheels on each side and go for it. They have the weights that are on the machine that you don't need a spotter with.
I didn't say spotter. I said instructions. You got to know what you're doing.
Okay, but it's like washing a car and cleaning the window.
A lot of people laid up, hurt right now. Don't know what the hell what they doing in that lifting weights.
Yeah, but we're not talking about power lifting. We're talking about just getting strong, just getting up under some iron, getting familiar with iron. At least knowing what you can throw up off your chest. That's what I'm saying. So many of our kids, put it like this. Last year, L.J. Cryer didn't wait to go to college before he got up under that iron. You know why?
Because his dad is a professional, and his dad know what the heck he's doing. That's a difference.
Understand something, Al. Most of the star top shelf players that come through this city that have a dad under their roof, most of those, that dad played before. Most of those, somewhere, that father was a student athlete. Most of the ones, the top shelf that has a daddy under the roof. You can go back, Hannah, you can go back to every single year. Most of those dads were student athletes. If you're a student athlete, you're familiar with the fundamentals of lifting, getting weight up off your chest. That's all I'm saying. You're familiar with that. Most daddies are. That's under the roof, I'm saying.
I'm just letting you know.
So that means you got ultimate access to go and teach your son.
What if you ain't got a dad and you're a top player?
I say under the roof. Most of those who have a dad under the roof.
What if, listen. What if you don't have a daddy under the roof?
That's a whole different. I'm not talking about that player that don't have a dad under the roof. That's a whole different category. It's a whole different topic. That kid on the roof, wait till your ass get to college then, so you won't get hurt, like how to say. But the ones that got a dad under the roof, that most of the basketball players, once again, the top shelf basketball players.
Thank you, Trey Phillips. Thank you, Trey Phillips.
Most of those, once again, most of those that have a daddy under the roof, that daddy was probably a student athlete more times than not. Most of those. That's all I'm saying. And if that daddy was a student athlete, that's just like if you're a baseball player and that daddy was a student athlete and he played baseball, that dad is going to know where to go and find you a batting cage at. More in his one of his obligations will be to make you understand what that purpose that batting cage is going to serve you if you're a hitter. That dad is going to guide you and program you what you should be understanding. Weights are not in our society, in this part of greater Houston. A lot of our guys are lacking the natural buckness that you see from a lot of guys in other parts of the country. Oh, it's year in and year out. Yes, we're gonna have a strong one here and there, but most of them are on the leaner side than not. And the weights, yes, the weights are there. And as Angel said, the stigma is that it's just for like the football players, but it ain't. You don't have to understand. Nowadays, you remember they had a trend with these young guys. They don't just have weights at their school. A lot of these young guys also go to 24-hour fitness and places of such where they congregate at. A lot of those young guys, there are weights there. And I'm not just talking about guys that got fortunate enough to have the dad that has weights in the garage or weights in the backyard. I'm just saying that the introduction, because there's so many young, the obligations of every weekend, do this, do that, play here, work out. When you're done with your 12th grade seasons, that's what I'm saying. When your season is over with in either February or March before you graduate, that's most people that's on scholarship go to college in the first week of June. Though that 90-day window is a window that where you can, what I'm saying, that process can be implemented to go and get into that and get introduced or reintroduced to getting swole. Because they're going to get you swole regardless. They're going to get you on your diet. And then whether you follow it or not, it's going to be up to you. They'll be able to tell. They take measurements. They take all type of tests. They'll know if the kids are following or not. They know. Trust me, they know when you get to college. Well, the programs that has the budgets to supplement all that stuff.
Well, let's back to DJ Richards. I think Montverde, because you ain't Montverde Academy.
Yeah, he's going to Montverde in Florida, and he's going to play with the prep team, which is a great move from him. This was widely anticipated. This
What's the difference in the teams?
The prep team is for guys that were graduates that have exceeded 8 semesters of high school. So that means the prep team is for those who have surpassed, once again, 8 semesters of high school. So what it does is a lot of colleges will be focused in looking at him and other players on that team. And it's almost like you foregoing you buying a year. It's like you're getting a mulligan on the season.
I think that's smart. I think it's a smart move for him. That kid is bad. That kid's pretty thing. I got to see him up close in person. That kid got some. He's different. He got some stuff. Kim Jackson says it's not true. It's just the opposite. Most AAU coaches don't run the kid. Franklin Paul, come on, high school coach, don't come out here with that. I had to put that up there so the summer coaches can see that you said that. Look, I'm gonna put him up there. I'm gonna make him stay up there. Kim Jackson, that's not true. It's just the opposite. Most AAU coaches don't run the kids. That's why they come back to us out of shape. But Franklin Paul, if you're a high school coach, you have more time. You probably got more time. You got 9 months. You got 9 months to be with him. Guess what? You should be in shape by the time you're in the summer. So you telling me them guys that have him 2 months in the summer gets the player out of shape? I'm just asking a question. I'm asking for a friend. Franklin Paul, since you seem like a high school coach, you done had him 9 months, and when he come back to you, he out of shape. Did you give him a all-season plan to stay in shape while he's doing his summer basketball? Let me tell you something. If a young kid, let me tell you something. Summer coach shouldn't have to run a player on a summer team. The player should be out there getting that extra work in him damn self. The summer coach trying to promote a team thing so they can see what they can do a team so they can go put in. Let me tell you something. If you playing this game and you trying to go into college, you can't wait on, ain't nowhere in the world you should come back to Franklin Paul out of shape. That tells me, Franklin Paul, you don't have kids on your team that want to go to college. Basketball is a 12 month process now. 12 months. 12 months process. You shouldn't be out of shape. I don't understand that one. I promise you, Coach. I don't understand that one. You got to help me because I see the work some of these guys. I've watched the kids a lot of kids work in the summer. And come on, man, summer is when they get better, Coach. So when they come back to you, I don't know what you're doing to them. When they come back to you out of shape, I don't know. Maybe.
And Darcy Milton over in the YouTube Boom Boom Room, he brings up another point. He says most high schools have a football coach in the weight room pretty much all the time.
Yes.
Right? For the football players, primarily. But then basketball players can go inside of there and they'll be supervised. That's their supervisor that can help them. So, and a lot of times back in the days, there's been, and I've known even nowadays, there are some selected basketball players that will go and lift during the off season with some of their football buddies. And then that's when you see the football coaches for some of those will start to recruit those players from basketball, because now they're having so much fun lifting with the football dudes, some of their buddies, their classmates. And so could that be a reason why a lot of basketball coaches don't, why more basketball coaches?
Well, all I'm going to tell you is my experience. See, when I talk about something, I'm talking about from my experience. I'm telling you, at Westside, they had a few weights in this little bitty room, and the football was on the other side. The football had their own weight room. I ain't never seen nobody in the basketball little bitty weight room, but always saw the kids on the other side. I'm telling you, and guess what? I didn't see an environment of it there. So all I'm going by is my personal. I ain't talking about an overall blanketing thing. I'm just telling you, dude. So when I tell him he have to lift weights, he looking at me like I'm crazy. Because
so in the same breath, how many of the kids actually take showers? Showers are there as well. At every public school that you can think of, and private school. How many of them
I don't go in the shower with them, Jimmy.
You could tell by what they're wearing when they come out of after the post game. You can tell how quick they emerge from the locker room after the game. You could tell. So I'm just pointing out something to you. That's a culture and something that's not a normal practice. No matter how new the school is, how many of them? What percentage do you actually think take a shower and utilize those showers after practice, after game? That's what they're for. If they don't shower after practice,
they take a shower when they get home.
So understand something.
Let me tell you something. If it's cold outside, you don't take no shower and go out in that damn cold air, Jimmy.
Adam, we're not talking about if it's cold outside.
Basketball season is in the winter.
I'm talking about when you're practicing in Houston, Texas. In Houston, Texas, for the most part, 10 months out of the year, you're not wearing a coat or a jacket. And 10 months out of the year in Grady.
We talking about lifting weights.
No, just talking about. I'm talking about something that's there.
I understand.
No, you're not trying to understand. Yeah. I'm telling you about. You're saying about the weights were there, and people just wasn't using them. I'm saying showers are there as well. People ain't using them. So at the same time, but when they understand something, when the kids get to a certain level up, they will notice that showers are part of the business of basketball. Showers, more and more people, when you get from college at certain levels, and then you get to the pros, everybody uses them once you go higher up the ladder. So that's what I'm saying to you. Now, you as a parent, most people ready to go after the game. You know, ain't no press conference after a high school game. So they get in their bags, they're ready to roll. Some schools, there's cultures of taking showers. Some schools, the kids do. So know what that happens? That means either the coach is encouraging and enforcing that, or it's taught from a collection of parents to get clean before you get out and get in the car. And that's all I'm saying. It's just a society different. I don't know. I'm curious to know in different parts of the country where some of you guys are on the Chop Shop. What are your thoughts in regard to? Because it's simple. It comes from. It's just like eating. Certain coaches will make their kids wash their hands. Certain coaches don't. They put the food out, y'all get it in. It's what's allowed and what's permitted from that household of that program, the head of household, I meant to say. So that's all I'm saying on that. And looking at some of the comments, you guys on the Chop Shop. I mean, it's good dialogue. I love the Boom Boom Room, man. You guys. Ashley says in college, she had to convince her son to shower before going back to his room. Marissa says, I wish they would encourage ice baths right after games for those that need the recovery. Kenneth Gamble say, man, in Jersey, we had to take showers in middle school. Yeah, I mean, it's different culture. You had to take showers because it was enforced. It was enforced.
Oh, boy. Hey, Doug said something key. We went from Mount Vernon to living wage to something else, now the showers. It's the only place we can go. But the ice baths was good. I don't know why kids don't like ice baths. You know, I didn't have to take, but a lot of kids don't like ice baths. They fight that ice bath, and they don't understand that's one of the greatest recoveries in the world.
Well,
Kobe,
you got to be taught to understand the recovery process.
Kobe Bryant hated him until he found out Michael Jordan did. He hated it all the time. I'm not getting into it. I'm not. Then he found out Michael Jordan did it. Next thing you know, where my ice bath? So, I mean, they hurt. That's why. Doug said they hurt. Ice baths hurt. Doug, I found a way to do it, Doug. Doug, don't get in there when it's cold. Let them add the ice as you already in there. Add the ice. It's your body tolerate a little bit more. You know, put in regular water and cool water. You in that, and then let them add the ice, and it works a lot better. That's how I used to get the guys to understand it, and they get the same thing, but they think they think I was helping them. They think I was helping them. Somebody, Herb said, "What would Jordan do?" Yeah. Hey, I never forget. I love T.J. Ford. One of the greatest advice he gave to little young kids. They were in there, my son and Jeff Roberson and I think Carson Edwards. Those three young guys were in there playing against the pros in the gym. And when the pros finished, they went straight to the trainer, straight put ice on their knees, and the young kids were just sitting down and watching. And he told them, I never forget it. He said, whatever you see these pros doing, that's what you go do. They go to that, you got a training room in here. We was at Kincaid, I never forget it. Go in there and get iced up. They doing something, whatever these, if they got the little roller, the little roller things, you do it too. These pros, you watch them, when you see them, do whatever you see the pros doing, young fellas. And those young fellas went off to have great college careers. And one of them, two of them still in pros. But I just wanted to share that with you.
What you also have to understand, seek out the understanding as to why the pros are doing what they're doing. Then that way you will be more prone to do what you're doing and applicate it properly. That's more important, because once you have the understanding, then you can solve every problem. You can be able to apply that in good fashion, not just putting the roller thing on your leg and not understanding what you're trying to do.
No. He do what pros do. The pros are in there. Go ask them and talk to them. You just took everything I said literally. You wasn't there. Maybe I should have gave it the whole story. I was no. I'm talking about in general, all players that are aspiring to go to whatever the next level may be. If you see somebody else doing something, you see them getting up at 5 a.m. to go run, then ask them why. Get some understanding. Why should you get up earlier? Well, they'll give you the answer. Well, earlier is because it's going to be one or two or three reasons. But one of them most commonly would be the air is better to breathe at that time of the morning before dawn.
before dusk, and also as opposed to going out when it's hotter, the daytime. You go in the middle of the day, the more prone in a city like Houston, you can catch a heat stroke, or if you don't know when to stop. So then less traffic out there, as for on the path, on the track. Some people, different reasons for different folks, but then understanding is the key, because if you have understanding, you can relay that to the next person, not just saying. Just say, for example, Adam, when I was in high school, Cashmere and Wheatley both located off the same street, Lockwood Drive. Lockwood Drive, connects about 4 mile, about a 4 mile, 5 mile stretch. Well, both schools were notoriously known all around. People knew the basketball programs. If you played basketball at Cashmere or Wheatley, you know what your Leatherman jacket, everybody that played basketball got a Leatherman jacket in the 9th grade. You know what that Leatherman, now it's your option on what you want to put what that patch was going to be, but you had the option, know what it was, and it wasn't basketball. You know what it was? It was cross country. Everybody that played basketball for Cashmere and Wheatley, and if you guys out there that's watching, you know what I'm talking about. You had to run cross country. And then Wheatley ran from, they would do it one time every year. They would run from Wheatley to the Astrodome and back. I say this again. If you ever know what Wheatley High School is, they had to run from Wheatley to the Astrodome. And then they'd walk and run back. They, it wasn't a hurry to they'd walk and run back. Cashmere, we would go. We had 3 or 4 different places that we would go, but our furthest trip from Cashmere would be to Northline Mall. At the time, it's a Walmart there on the corner of Cross Timbers and 45. That was Cashmere's furthest trot. That when in the fall, when people playing what they call fall ball right now, those are the months and the days where you would have run a different place during 6th period gym. You would take off. Some days they would go light. You would go to Apache Park. That was your light day, which is 4 blocks away from Cashmere High School. Some days you go from Cashmere to 610 and Homestead. Some days you would go to Northwood Middle School, which is on Little York and Homestead. And then Northline was another day. And that would be in rotation. That would be a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and you off on Friday. You didn't do anything on Friday because the football team played on Friday. And then on Friday, that's what they would do. You go home and get ready. You had pep rallies on the school and all that. So they didn't do anything on Friday. But this is how it went. This was clockwork. So my point is to this, as far as the young people understanding, people that went to Cashmere, you understood why you had to do all that running because they ran and pressed. You went to Wheatley, you understood why your ass had to run. You was going to make one trip over to Memorial Park, or they're going to run to the Astrodome because Wheatley was notorious for running and gunning. So that means if your butt wasn't in shape, and I say cross country a while ago, because that means in the fall, you're going to the actual track meet and you're running as the actual, your basketball players are actually running in the cross country. I think it might've been 3 miles or something like that. That's what it was. And that's big stuff. Big stuff. But we understood it was an aspiration to do so because you knew that you didn't like it, but you knew to be a part of this is what it took. You had to do this. And everybody would push each other. And that's pretty much it. We are closing up on the top of the hour. And I'm looking right now at some of the comments in the Boom Boom Room. And I see you. Shout out to Michelle Harris Hoskins, former University of Houston Cougar, joined us in the Boom Boom Room on Women Rocks Wednesday. Brandy Nicholson says, I heard a basketball player runs about 2 miles a game. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It's possible. I know Kevin Durant and that starting five from the Brooklyn Nets they probably ran more than 2 miles. That game they played 52 minutes. Yes.
Boy, they hired Udoka. Somebody said the Celtics that hired Udoka. I hadn't seen it because we've been doing the show. That's Mia Long's husband, ex-husband, whatever. He used to be under Pop. Yeah.
And,
wow.
And I'm looking at Rod Wells say, correct, Hicks, if you could not run to the dome, you did not make the Wheatley basketball team. A lot of people don't really know that. They don't realize that because, once again, not understanding the culture and the history of basketball. That stretch from Lockwood and Cashmere, and Wheatley, where Cashmere and Wheatley, Lockwood, where Cashmere and Wheatley is located. I'll put it like this. A lot of the suburban schools weren't open back then that are now. So those options, HISD was king in Greater Houston. Well, in the 1970s, I'll put it like this. From 1968, when they first started, 68, 69 season, when they started integration, from 1968 to 1980, that's 12 years, Hatter. Either Cashmere or Wheatley won the state championship all but like 2 years in that 12. So that means the athletes that came from that stretch at that time, once again, from 1968, 69 season, all the way to 1980. The state championship, the highest classification of state in Texas, was won by one of those two schools in all but like maybe 2 years. That was total. That's the most dominating phase of basketball in Texas history in high school. As far as the state champions on the top classification, that is. Right? And so that just goes like a lot of people that went through that. So some of the history that man, a lot of people grew up over there, man. There's a lot of talent over there, man. A lot of talent. Wow. And understand something. This was 10th, 11th, 12th. Wasn't no ninth graders back then playing. Ninth grade was actually a junior high. It was 7th, 8th, 9th. Elementary went up to 6th grade back then. So that means you're in the 10th grade, and that means if you ever find a 10th grader that played varsity at one of those programs back in those days, he was a bad man. You probably can count them on two hands combined from those two schools of the 10th graders that actually played varsity during those spans. There you go. Walter Yates just helped out on that. I said it right. All except 2 years. 1976 and 1979 are the only 2 years that Cashmere or Wheatley did not win the highest level of the state boys basketball championship in Texas. That was some good stuff, man. So think about the atmosphere how it felt.
Jimmy, we got a new rule. You don't supposed to mention Walter Yates' name on the show on Wednesday. Just call him that dude. The girls don't. Just call him that guy who always messing with everybody on the day. We're not going to mention his name. But now back to what you were saying. Because, we just had breaking news, Jimmy. But your
Boston Celtics. What we got?
Udoka. Yeah, Emi Udoka. This guy, y'all probably have seen him before. I think just married, used to be married. He might be still married to, used to be married to Nia Long. He's the coach. He was assistant coach of the Nets this year, Jimmy. And they said Brad Stevens liked how he separated himself is because Brad Stevens liked what he did with Pop. He was one of them Pop disciples, Jimmy. So shout out to this young man and him good luck going to the Boston Celtics. Hey, good luck going to the Boston Celtics. Yeah, but he got Jimmy. He got some tools to work with. He got Jaylen Brown and my young fella, Jason Tatum. So shout out to that guy. But y'all can get back to your varsity basketball in Houston, Texas, Cashmere State. Michael Garcia. Huh?
That was some of the dude. That was that you can't let that's Black history. We can't let that go. If we're not talking about that stuff and keep the candle lit about that decade and that era. Remember, coming out of integration, man. Wheatley come out of that back-to-back in 68, in 69, 7 with Dwight Jones. We end up going on to be an Olympian and an NBA player, anchored that team. Man, I mean, and then you come.
And you said coming out in, don't you know every city had stories like this? I know this Houston, but I was just thinking about every city had to come out of integration. I mean,
yeah, but to come out of integration and one community dominated the state, not the city championship, the state. One stretch of a 4 to 5 mile radius on one major street had total domination. That's what I'm saying to you. And you got to think about something. Think about something. For Wheatley High School, there were only 2 middle schools that fed into Wheatley. There were 2 middle schools that fed into Cashmere. And they had a 5th middle school, which was Fleming Middle School. It split both ways. That's all they had. Wheatley had E.O. Smith and Mac Reynolds. Cashmere had Key and Terrell, which is closed down now. Both of those closed down, I think. I know Terrell is. And Fleming was the split. That's all they had. All that talent going through those middle schools, going through their communities. That means that the pride was at,
and probably none of them guys had trainers, did they?
No, know what the trainers was? What the edge that those guys had? They played on that slab, and they knew how to play. Kids knew how to play 3-on-3.
That wasn't the question. I didn't say that. I said probably none of those kids had trainers. Shaquetta Pelzer said she finds it sad that we produce more talent and were more competitive when parents spent less money on training. What has changed? What has changed? You know, I mean, Shaquetta, I think that's great.
That's a question that a trainer would be more fitting to. I would love to direct that toward one of the trainers out there that are watching.
You direct it to him. You direct it to the damn parents. The parents are one, or somebody who've watched that. Are the players getting better with all of this training? Because from what I seen this weekend, let me tell you something. I wanted to take every one of the trainers who train any of them kids and show, dude, get them people their damn money back. So, and I'm just not talking about, I'm just saying, what are you training them to do? There go Gamble. Back before we thought we was good to live in a community, crack really killed our community. Okay. All I'm saying is, that was a good one, Shinquetta, because I mean, it just makes you think, you know, all these guys got trainers now, right? Most of them. But I went to a summer basketball game, this weekend, and I'm just trying to see maybe these kids just ain't listening, but still kids can't even do reverse layups with the offhand. And that's the first thing I think you should be practicing, to do a layup with either hand. So I don't know. I mean, I think that's a good question. Maybe the trainers we need to do better. We need to do better. Have anybody ever put an honest on the trainer? Anybody said, hey, trainers, what the hell y'all teaching? What are y'all teaching? Now, when the kid is just good and talented, and then you're going to keep, Jimmy, you know that people going to take the credit for that good. Let me tell you something. What's that boy name? De'Aaron Fox. God had touched him. He's going to be good anyway. Jimmy could have worked him out. I'm just talking about, and I'm not talking, listen to me, trainers. I'm just saying, What I saw so much bad basketball this weekend. I'm not encouraged about going back and see no more. That's Jimmy and them job. It ain't my job to go. If it was my job, I'd have to go see that crap. But it's not my job. I'm gonna be a consumer. I'm gonna be an overseer. When I go see, I want to enjoy myself. I'm just trying to see what are we teaching out there. And I don't even think that's ever been brought up on our show. What are we teaching? Everybody got a trainer. But what are we teaching? So, public service, nothing against your trainers. Y'all listen to me. I want to talk to you. And listen to me. If you teaching your guys and your guys learning, I ain't talking about you. I'm not talking about you. We got to figure this. Yeah, it's that bad. Most City Finest. I sit there and said, God, it was so easy to win. I had the best players. It was so easy. I'm talking about my wins. I had the best players. All I had to do is realize, let those players know, y'all the best players. Jimmy, that's what I told him. I said, y'all better than them. Go play like it. But I'm serious, y'all. And y'all talking about this guy, he's so hell of a trainer. I just see so many shortcomings in these guys, basketball, man, and I just said, wow. And it's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. But parents, I mean, y'all do what you want with your money. Somebody called me, perfect example, Jim. Perfect example. It's a parent watching right now. She called me the other day. She said, text me. I ain't gonna tell your name. It's a train. My son want to train. Hold on. Hold up. Question. Y'all, where y'all at? Don't leave, Dorsey. That guy we can't mention, don't leave. The guy who we don't want supposed to mention on Women Rock Wednesday, don't you leave. I need your help. The lady sent me, she said, question, Mr. Hatter. This NBA trainer says he can work out my son for $40. Is that reasonable? I said, $40 per what? Per hour? She said, per session. I said, how long is the session? She said, hold on, I'm asking. She said, yes, it's $40 an hour. I said, guess what? NBA trainer. What the hell they mean by NBA trainer, Jimmy? Wait a minute, not you. I'm sorry. I asked wrong. What the hell? And I meant to ask her because I didn't want to bust a bubble. NBA trainer? Thank you. I knew that guy was going to say something. Jimmy, look at him. He said something. Yo.
He called it David Market, that guy.
What happened, Jim? What did he say? Oh, yeah, I'm calling. Hey, I got to call. Man, Anissa told me not to call him by name. I do this in Women Rock Wednesday. I told y'all, women have free reign today. So, Ken Gamble, I'm telling you, I just got that too. I can't make this up. I can't make this up, Ken Gamble. This man, the mama said, he done told the mama he's an NBA trainer. And Jimmy, I wanted to ask her, who in the hell in the NBA did he train? And I said, man, I'm not, Jimmy, I didn't go there. But these kids, it's guys doing this, man, to these parents. And then they put on, Jimmy, you seen the video, they put on all these gadgets and have you going around and, Jimmy, them cones don't move, Jimmy.
I mean, I just, you know, what I do is, I'm really, because I want to make sure I kind of draw a line.
Okay.
This is not meant to be, and this is not a trainer bashing segment. But the questions that, in case you just tuned in, the question was presented by one of the viewers in the Boom Boom Room, a female, Miss Pelzer, who basically asked, as we were talking about the days, the good old days or the great old days of the right after integration from 1968 and then on through 1980, whereas Houston Cashman, Houston Wheatley, they won like 8 combined state championships, 8 or 9 in those years. And was saying, then the question was presented, well, hell, those guys, and then after the years that came after then, into the 80s, all the way, and we still had a level of dominance if you include the greater Houston area with Beaumont, Hebert, and then and all that right there. And people ask, well, those guys didn't have, who were their trainers, so to speak, and how did we spit those guys out to college? And nowadays you have less going, which not necessarily. So I haven't did the calculations for back then, but I understand the point, and that was a valid question. So as far as the trainer, so more of you guys who are trainers, this is your opportunity to help educate those who have these questions as to what is supposed to be expected of you when you get these young people, these young student athletes in their spare time, or when you're guiding them in these sessions. I understand. I'm talking about what's expected on session 1, session 2. What's the end game? What should you be able to do? Because if a person, you have to have some degree of talent, first and foremost. You're teaching fundamentals. I know in different guys probably getting different things that they're trying to seek from that. So a lot of people, this is your opportunity, and Herb Baker, who's a trainer, so to speak, you go up under that umbrella, whether and that's the thing, whether you like it or not. A lot of you guys that are watching to go up under that umbrella. This is an opportunity for you to help educate.
Yeah, that's all I'm trying to figure out.
And I know, like Herb Baker mentioned earlier, one of his things that I can't quote the tweet, but it was early. I mean, the text or the post that was earlier in the show. He mentioned something to the nature of one of his points of emphasis is he gets those kids conditioned he's going to condition their heart to be able to accept and embrace certain things that's going to come at them. He's going to take them and put them on heels and run through the sand, and they're going to be, so that's his end game, to prepare you from that angle. What are some of your guys, other trainers, what are your end game? What are you getting? Something like in football, Hatter. We know some guys we had on the show earlier, and we talked about in the football back in the season, some guys are known as the quarterback. What they call them, the quarterback
guru. Yeah. What's your special?
So that means
that means I don't expect him. Guess what I ain't found? What? I ain't heard not one coach, no trainer say they the shot doctor. That's why these kids can't shoot. I'm sorry, Lord. That's why these kids can't shoot. Where's the shot doctor? Find who in Houston is the shot doctor? Because everybody need. I'd give you $40 an hour to teach my son how to shoot. I ain't heard nobody say, put up a single, Jimmy, and put up a shingle, say, I'm the shot doctor. Jimmy, on his Twitter. Somebody go go hashtag that for me. Is it a shot doctor around here? Come on, man. And Jimmy, that can be his staple. So guess what? If the kid come back and can't shoot, he don't know what the hell he doing.
And that's the thing. I mean, and Kenneth Gamble, and he's another one of the guys that trains the kids. And so he says consistency is important, right? You can't be all over the place. They need to play pickup 21, one-on-one, a whole lot more. And I totally agree with you. That's what. See, back in the days, and when the question was first presented by Miss Pelzer, my immediate answer was that came from the slab. See, your trainers back then was the older guys who were playing on the other end. While you was playing 3-on-3 on one end, they had another 3-on-3 game going on the other end. The little boys played down there, the big boys played down there. Every now and then y'all mix it up and play 5. And one of the big guys would take some of those little guys under their wings because everybody knew each other from the same neighborhood. Yo, you miss Thelma's son. Oh, that's Uncle Pete's grandson. That's the Cool Cup lady nephew. Everybody knew everybody. And so that was no thing. They took you under the wing and they helped guide you along the way. Some of that stuff worked because once you emulated those guys, they became somewhat of hood idols. I remember little, man, when I was little, it was some guys, they could play so good. And you get older now and you see them now, those guys, it seemed like them guys was 7 feet tall when I was a little boy. It really did. Because the way they was dunking.
All of them.
And I see them now, I'm like, damn. Joe Gina wasn't but Darren Sublett, Debo wasn't but 6'3".
Jimmy, we used to just play.
I'm like, damn, I thought this dude was 6'8".
I didn't know. The only cones I used to see is on the damn street where construction's at. We had to play. We had a dude we had to beat in front of us. That cone don't move. And I guess times have changed and the game is more specialized. I'm just talking about if you are being specialized, why these kids can't play? First thing I did, a friend of mine, son was playing. They said, Rob, hey, Mr. Haddock, stay here and watch my son for a bit. I sit there and watch. Pretty good player. First thing I say, who works him out? He got it. I said, okay, I just want to know, did he have somebody that's working him out additional? Because the coach of the team can't give him everything. You might have to go get extra stuff sometime if you're planning on him being better at this thing. You know, and we got to get serious about it. That's all. If you plan on being good and going to college, okay, that's all. If you ain't, spend them $40 on some tutor lessons. Somebody called me the other day about getting in the Ivy League. Yeah, let me tell you something. It's all right to be smart too. It's all right to be smart. As a matter of fact, it's cool to be smart. It's all right. Jimmy, I know we overtime. What they say?
We in overtime, and I got a couple of questions I want to ask, and out of respect, because some of you guys may have seen the question on the Boom Boom Room. Yvette Machete.
What she said?
What's a Cool Cup lady? And understand something. At first, I laugh at that.
She from Minnesota, man.
She's from Minnesota.
She don't know about the Cool Cup lady.
So it's very well possible that she really don't understand
That's a good one.
what a Cool Cup lady meant to an urban community down south.
Yes.
The Cool Cup lady, most neighborhoods had one.
Miss
No
Harris.
matter what city you
Miss
was in.
Harris.
That was the house that sold some candy, maybe, but they get Kool-Aid and put it in the freezer.
We call it a candy lady, Jimmy.
Well, they had candy lady, but they had Cool Cup. Some ladies only
sold. She had Cool Cups too, though. Yeah. She had everything.
So the Cool Cup lady, they put them in the styrofoam cup, the white styrofoam cup.
Yes, sir.
They will put the Kool-Aid in there.
Yes, sir.
And they will put some plastic over the top, and they would let it go in the freezer, and they would seal it. Some people put a toothpick on top of it, and just to put a hole in the plastic. And you get your Cool Cup, and you go down the street. It's frozen. You lick on it a little while.
You lick that thing. Your mouth, your tongue be all red or blue, whatever.
Yeah, that was, and I understand that. Just like, guess what? That's like down south. It took me years to understand the water holes, or what they call them in New York City when they open the fire hydrants. We didn't have to do that down south. But in New York City, they wanted to stay cool. They had to open the fire hydrants.
Jim, can I help you? Do you know Madonna Johnson? Look, have you ever met her? I got to meet her now just for saying that. I got to meet Madonna Johnson
Hold on, man. Hold on, wait a minute. Time out. Put that back up there. You know what? The Cool Cup lady now sell dope and do hair and sell candy.
Jimmy, hold up, Jimmy. I got another bougie. Hey, I got another bougie. She texted me.
Only
hey,
on
Jimmy.
the Chop Shop,
hey,
man.
Jimmy, I got
Only
another
on the Chop
bougie
Shop.
girl. Jimmy, she just texted me and said, hold up, I never heard of the Cool Cup lady either. Hey, so, yes.
Really?
That's them old bougie. That's them old bougie girls. I mean, that's them good bougie people, Jimmy. They ain't from the hood, Jimmy. Jimmy, they had Jimmy. They ain't never seen no pink light bill before. These but it's good that it's good that to know that Yvette. Thank you, Yvette. Thank you. Yvette said she learned something today.
So, and that's all. That's reason enough, guys. Women Rock Wednesday. We welcome all the ladies, man. Thanks so much. I see Tamika has joined us talking about City Gas. Everybody had it.
Jimmy, no, Jimmy. They said they had the candy lady. They just didn't call her the cool cup lady. You just call her the cool cup. That's all you went to get. They had the candy. Look at Dash AC. Guess what? Them lemon cookies. Oh my goodness! And then 9 later, Jimmy, that lady had the best cookies in the world, man. Miss Harris, man.
No. Back then, in my hood, we had what they call moon cookies. It was bigger than the average cookie.
We call a moon pie. A moon pie.
No, not the moon pie.
Oh.
We had a moon cookie. Moon pie had cream in the middle.
Okay.
Moon cookie was a sugar cookie, right? About that big, and it had a moon man on it. It was about the size of 3 cookies of your regular cookies, maybe 4 of them. They call them moon cookies. They were 3 for a nickel. You get the moon cookie. I don't even know if do anybody know if they make moon cookies?
I ain't never heard of that one, Jimmy. I ain't never heard of that.
Hey.
Now, ladies, Jimmy, Miss Harris used to have everything. Jimmy, I used to come up. That lady got rich off me and my family.
You know what? I wonder how much. You know what? The cool cup and the candy lady in the hood, they really came up.
They came up. I wish my mama had did it.
They really came up.
We had too many kids in the family. We'd ate all our profit up, Jim. We had too many kids.
No. The cool cup and the candy lady, you didn't eat. They didn't let you in their stuff. If you was a relative, you didn't get none of that.
But my family, man, my family is different. They took them.
That's it. Crystal Wicks know what I'm talking about.
What Crystal say?
She called them the fat man cookie. They had a big fat man on the cookie. That we call them moon cookies. Cause the man is he look like a man on the moon, like a big old fat man, like a Michelin man. Yes. There you go. Look, Sonia says it. The fat man cookies, dude. I don't know your hood cookie lady, candy lady was cheap.
Jimmy, I didn't eat the fat man cookies. Maybe I know what I used to like. I was gonna get some now laters, them liver cookies, and a cool cup. Maybe I didn't want the fat man. Maybe I didn't want the fat man. I didn't pay attention to the fat man. My sister might have got the fat man. I told you the lady should have more money than Jeff Bezos off of my family. Yeah, I had 5 brothers and 5 sisters. Yes. Oh, the Chico stick. Oh my goodness. Thank you, man.
The Chico stick was all right.
Oh my goodness.
Now, listen, you had the Chico stick. You had your Boston baked beans.
Oh yes.
You had your lemon head.
Lemon head.
You had your Ike and Mike's.
The blow pop.
With hot
the blow
tamales.
pop.
Hot tamales was first. Hot tamales was first. Then they branched off to Ike and Mike's for people that didn't want to get hot.
Yeah.
And then I know for you guys right now, what they probably can bring back.
What?
If they don't make them no more, we might can make some money and we can bring these back.
What?
Because now with all these football players want to come out there and talking about and all that right now.
Man, come on, what?
Understand? Remember the necklace you used to put around where had the candy on it?
Yeah, I used to learn them.
All them guys, that might be that new thing.
Leave them guys alone, man.
They can get those and bring them back. They can bring them back. The candy. Remember did you have the ring that had the pop on the lollipop?
Yeah.
They called the ring pop.
Yeah.
All that. I used to get my hot tamale. I mean my red hots.
Hold on. Marissa.
I get my red hots, Heather, and I put them in my pocket so it wouldn't make no noise. I just go in my pocket and hit the red hots.
Look what Melissa said. She talking about people wear. She said they already wear them. I didn't never wear my necklace. I ate my necklace, folks. I ate my necklace. I ain't never wear the necklace.
You ain't never. Yeah, you had to put it on you. And
No, Jimmy. I grabbed that thing out there and just ate it like that. I ain't had time for no that. But put it on my neck and get my neck all soggy. I was eating that thing. Oh man, come on, man.
Say,
Yeah.
Say, y'all feeling me right now. Hey, and I'm gonna give you one. I'm gonna give you one that my mama did not allow me to have.
What?
The candy cigarettes. When you hit it,
No,
smoke come
Mama
out the
didn't
ear.
play that.
Mama didn't play it.
My homie didn't
And they
play
was
that.
kind of nasty anyway.
Mama didn't play that. She didn't play it.
How many of y'all got
Jimmy,
the candy
Jimmy,
cigarettes?
no. The Pixie sticks, the Kool-Aid sticks that come in and had it, and you could put it on the pickle.
The little ones.
Yeah.
Not the big. The little ones like the size of a straw.
Yes. Boy, y'all taking me back. Hey, y'all taking me back, Doc. Oh my
And so
goodness.
hey guys, now it's time you guys to go get you some candy. I know somebody about to go to the corner store today and see what they're working with. I'm going to HEB and see if I can find them old moon man.
They ain't got that mess no more. The fat man cookie.
No, they said it on the Boomer Room. They say they still sell them in the grocery store.
What?
I'm gonna go find them.
If you find it,
I'm gonna
take
go
a
see
picture.
what they
I
got.
want to see it.
Hey, them things there, woo, man. Anyway, guys, it is that time, man. We gave you guys a nice dose of overtime on the Chop Shop today. We thank you guys for joining us and tuning in on the Chop Shop. Great show, great topics. As Angel say, we went from weights and showers in the school to cool cup ladies in the same show. Say, didn't see that coming. Neither did we. That's how the Chop. That goes to prove to you guys that the Chop Shop is indeed unscripted. That's how we rock on the Chop Shop. We want to thank you guys again for tuning in and making the conversation live and up. And we don't forget tonight, Game 1, Atlanta Hawks and the Milwaukee Bucks.
Who win this game?
7:30 tip-off. Huh?
Who win this game?
Milwaukee.
Yeah.
You know why? I think because Atlanta, it ain't possible for them to sneak up on anybody no more. It's like the Miami Heat when they got Miami was sneaking up on people a year ago in that bubble. People didn't take them seriously, didn't see them come. Atlanta, nobody's taking you lightly no more. So that means that edge is off for you now. Now people still going to predict that you lose. That's going to be your motivation, and that's what it is. But right now, Greek Freak and Middleton, they can smell it. PJ Tucker can smell it. PJ Tucker knows. He knows every flaw that Clint Capella has. PJ Tucker, trust me, he knows. So while they're doing the preparations, he knows every way that he's going. Don't be surprised if PJ Tucker gets Clint Capella to get a technical. If he don't be surprised. He knows what it's going to take to get him off his hinges.
Man, do something about Mindy, man. Do something about her, man.
Hey, we're going for number 10 tonight, guys. We're going for number 10, Astro. Anyway, we see you guys, man. Don't forget to share the show on your way out the door. Do that for us on the Chop Shop. It is definitely time to slide down Dino's back and yabba dabba do this thing on this Women Rock Wednesday. Shout out to all the ladies out there, man. Y'all getting it in. Y'all kept this thing live today.
Yeah.
It really did. Women, y'all give yourselves an applause.
Yeah.
Y'all kept it rocking today on the Chop Shop. And been that many women engaged in a long time. And I definitely, and it makes us feel good about dialoguing with you ladies, especially how you're engaging in talking about sports as well. And also,
Walter Yates.
What Walter Yates say?
He said, how can you say my name tomorrow? Oh, tomorrow, it's on. It's Walter Yates Day tomorrow. Come on. What is it?
So on behalf of Robert Haller, of course, this is Jim Hicks, and it is definitely time. We are up out of here, guys. We'll see you, of course, on tomorrow, Baby Friday, right back here at 12 noon Central Time. But make sure, tell somebody else, spread the word, bring somebody with you tomorrow and encourage them and let them know. Guess what? You bring somebody with you, send us an email, chopshophtx@gmail.com, chopshophtx@gmail.com, and let us know what time we'll say their name on tomorrow. What time you want somebody from you a shout out. And you're going to surprise them. Just tell them to watch at that time, and we're going to say their name throughout the show. Give us the exact time, Central Time, the time that you give us, and we will give that person a shout out tomorrow. Ain't nothing better. They walk in. It's like walking in the club, Alan, and the DJ call your name.
What's up? Oh yeah, you the man then, buddy. Yeah.
We gonna make them feel special for you. Just tell them to come. Let us know. chopshophtx@gmail.com. Send us an email for tomorrow, and we'll rock with you. How we'll end the week with a bang. But once again, guys, on behalf of Robert Hatter, this is Jim Hicks. We up out of here. See you tomorrow. Peace. Chop shop.
Jim Hicks, Rob Hatter, you are now tuned in to the Chop Shop. I'm Retro, let's get it. We in the Chop Shop, we live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk, we live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop, I'm talking sports talk. So turn your dials up, it's live in the Chop Shop. We in the Chop Shop, we live in the Chop Shop. We talking sports talk, we live in the Chop Shop.